Luke texted me to go over the exostrider plan at the infirmary. Better get going. Navora. She's been staying here to recover. How are you recovering from your injuries, Navora?
Oh, it's you. Rover. Yes. I'm feeling much better. Dr. Herzen took very good care of me. I just did what he said and rested for a few days here, and I barely... Are you here to visit him?
Yes, we have something to discuss.
He's in the counseling room next door.
Thanks.
How to put this? I think you can have more faith in yourself.
Faith in myself.
You see, people can be more perceptive than you might realize, including those you care about. So good or bad, true or false, these things have a way of coming to light.
Yeah. I'll give it a try.
You're welcome. Again, don't push yourself too hard. I take it you're the type who'd suddenly bolt up in bed at night, wide awake, worrying about an exam?
Huh? Is it really that?
Only my conjecture. Would you like some candy?
Sure. And
Why, of course. Feel free to visit my office anytime, Sigrika.
So, about that Exostrider plan you mentioned.
All in good time. Let's start with something lighter first.
Something lighter?
Any topic at all, but let's slow the tempo a little. You're too eager. Your emotions are clouding your judgment. You must feel it too. Here, a piece of candy. It'll help take the edge off.
No. Thanks.
I understand your anxiety over Imeth's situation. You've always held her dear, but it's... Things are best taken one step at a time. The Exostrider hasn't awakened yet. The key is to pace ourselves.
Okay. You're right. Let's table the Exostrider for now. Let's talk about you. I trust Imeth. What we experienced together proved she was telling me the truth. And there's a connection there I can't ignore. But you and me, we might be strangers in passing who became confidants, as you put it. But it feels like every conversation we've had just skims the surface. I prefer to know who I'm working with before jumping into something as big as opening the Strider Gate. It'll affect the entire Lehigh Roy region.
Point taken. It seems a proper introduction is long overdue. Please, ask me anything. I'll answer as candidly as I can.
Are you a consultant from the Black Shores?
That I am not. Work that leaves documented trails doesn't suit my style. But I am acquainted with quite a few bloom bearers.
Imeth said she didn't know you well, but that I could trust you. You also know about the bond.
Imeth is a sharp girl. Even though you never introduced me to her, she could read between the lines of your actions. She's a lot like you. Smart, driven, good at bearing burdens. But she's proven to be even more stubborn than you are. After you left Lehigh Roy, she came to see me a few times in the name of counseling.
You didn't tell her anything.
I didn't. You had other tasks for me here in Lehigh Roy. You didn't let us properly get to know each other because you wanted to shield her from my line of work. She later stopped these visits after realizing that. Still, I really hoped she would have opened up to me more. You both tend to keep things to yourselves, and that's never good for anyone.
One last question. What did you mean? I had other tasks for you.
That is a key topic, but not suitable for discussion here. The Space Trek Collective is backed by a number of different nations and powers. Their internal politics are of no concern to us. There are many watching eyes among the support staff. The infirmary is, after all, a public space. Why don't we take this somewhere more private?
To where?
I have a place in mind. Just come with me, Golden Boy.
More personal business to attend to again, Dr. Herson?
Shh. Just a quick break, Nana. Mind holding down the fort? The next shift will be here soon.
Take care, Doctor. Do try to return in one piece.
Don't worry. I have him with me today.
Sundermere.
Yes. I keep a small workspace of my own here. Leave them to me. Let's not waste any more time. Right on schedule. Rise anew. Split in four. Rot resected. I am ready. Blink. And agony ends. The Exostrider's sword emits a unique frequency. It shields my workspace from most long-range detection methods.
You picked a good spot. Quite a stash.
This is what a secret room is about. Now, let's start with the conclusion before we get into all the details. You asked me to come to Lahai Roy to watch for any Fraxidus activity. Warren was the first Fraxidus mole you uncovered, and he certainly won't be the last. Think of the Space Trek Collective as a web of competing powers. It's as much a haven for independence as a playground for agendas. An isolated polar region, rich with exoswarm and the potential for technological breakthrough. Lahai even for the Fraxidus.
You're saying the fall of Helios wasn't their real goal?
It was one of several. After your journey in Huanglong and Renacida, I'm sure you've come to realize their true aim.
The Threnodian. Aleph 1.
Correct. Given the Threnodians' unique nature, it's sure to catch their attention. Moreover,
Spying on the Fraxidus is risky. Why would I have chosen you for this task?
well, that is a bit of a long story. You've always preferred to see things for yourself. Please, follow me to that table. The golden serum, developed by the Naviale group. I prefer its other name, Ichor. My father started it as a medication for rare diseases. But as research progressed,
Evolution. Sounds...
well, on paper it worked. I became its resonator, so it would be unfair to... But I was a rare case who survived. All it cost me was excruciating pain and my color vision. Most test subjects like me didn't make it. It wasn't until I met you that I realized there was more to the story. The rest is in my study, shall we? My brother Ryan drew this picture. Not related by blood. Father took us both in after his own children passed away from her. Ryan never could handle pain. But he was easy to cheer up.
So, that's why he always has candy with him.
For a while, I tried to be the perfect son Father wanted. It never worked. It only got worse from there. What Father tried to do to Ryan was unforgivable. And then came that accident. I thought what my father did was a rather mundane story. A cliché. Someone trying to atone for past guilt until your hints made me suspect it was someone's staged finale. The entire Lola logistics carrier was already booked. Managed a quick glimpse before the fire consumed.
A Fraxidus Overseer's report on its way to the new Federation.
Yes. Tucked away in a Lola logistics delivery box. The recipient is Eris in the new Federation.
Those 3 items you just showed me. Did the Fraxidus get into Noviali's work after...
They didn't just get into our work. They went a step further. Have you ever met the Fraxidus' Grand Architect?
The thousand-faced survivor. We met near the Styx Lake deep within the... Wait. Does this mean your father would...
Yes. My father was just another face the Grand Architect borrowed. Though looking back now, I can't recall the moment the real him was taken. I think the Grand Architect sees life and death as a game. I wouldn't be surprised if Father was even smiling in his coffin as we buried him in that depth. So, that's your answer. Why did you choose me? Because I have a very...
Hatred.
Now, it has become something of a habit. Continue this train of investigation and you'll see for yourself. My friends in the Black Shores told me you've already had a few run-ins with certain
3. Cristoforo, Frolova, and Scar. Plus the Grand Architect you mentioned.
Ah, those names do ring a bell. Frolova is codenamed Hecate. Cristoforo? Arachnos. Intriguing, isn't it? The flair they have for their own branding, but it's a telling detail. The codename can reveal its owner's style. Personal, think about it. A powerful resonator who causes chaos at random leaves no trail to follow. But give them a preference, a pattern. They can start. I've been compiling reports on the Overseers for. I've reactivated your access. You'll find the door controls right over there. The Fraxidus is loosely organized. Most of its members have only undergone basic, artificially induced body modification. They're not terribly difficult to neutralize. But if you encounter artificers with more creative modifications, you're likely looking at the handiwork of Hydra. Hydra is their leading mind on human evolution and body modifications. Whoever they are, they often work in tandem with Siren. In other words, if you spot one, be on guard in case the other is lurking close by. Zashiki Warashi won't require much of your attention. This overseer primarily operates in Ashinohara.
Ashinohara. I've heard of it somewhere before.
The girl we had in the infirmary for a while. Chisa, I remember. The city that Now, on to... I did say the Fraxidus was a loose organization, but even the most skeptical. Remember that report from earlier? It's only a matter of time before you go to the new Federation. That's their most critical base of operations.
How critical?
Not exactly, but in a place where money talks, they must have members in the highest echelons of government and business. Key members. Their foothold in the new Federation has given them immense leverage. With that endless stream of wealth, the Fraxidus operates with impunity across the planet. Speaking of which, Star Torch Academy is also heavily funded by the new Federation.
Eris, huh? Duly noted. I'm assuming the other key piece is the Grand Architect?
The Fraxidus Grand Architect. Their true name is unknown. They only appeared... I did brush shoulders with them once. It was a shame. This pen was the only thing I brought back from that great fire. I have yet to decipher the lettering, but it shows one thing for sure. It's a pity you called me to the High Roy. Otherwise, I would have continued following that trail. But you
uncovered all this by yourself.
More or less. I did have some help along the way.
To get your hands on one of the Grand Architect's personal items, you did more than just follow a trail.
Playing along with them isn't that difficult once you get the hang of it.
Knowing the Fraxidus, stealing all that intel on the Overseer... Luke, how can a doctor who doesn't value his own life save anyone else's?
You know, this is the second time you've said those words to me. They got away again. If I hadn't been so cautious, I could have taken care of them this time. I should send today's findings to him. Good. You got the intel. You want me to go to the High Roy?
There's evidence of their activity in the High Roy.
Now is not the right time.
You've already drawn enough attention. How can a doctor save anyone else's life if he doesn't value his own?
Not pulling any
Trust me, that's only the warm-up. Listen to me on this.
Very well. So I've led a leisurely life in the High Roy ever since. Let's set aside the Fraxidus for now. We should discuss the Exostrider plan. I see. Ymeth, she...
I understand her reasons. She was fighting for her dream. But I won't accept it. There's more I haven't tried. I'm not done fighting for her.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to give up so easy. Now, about the Exostrider. It started with Space Trek Collective finding a giant Soliskin root network in Bjarter Wood. It keeps the Thernodians' fractured form, but the Collective still yearn to open that. But lately, the Thernodians' attacks on the seal have been increasing. With the reactor core returned, all you need now is a little patience. You were a synchronist in the Academy once.
Then I'll wait for your news, Luke.
Certainly, but our immediate priority should be the Fraxidus. Rover said he'd like to check up. Now then.
Dr. Herson, is something the matter?
Must you always assume the worst, Lucy?
I find that highly unlikely,
Rover.
Ah, so this is about Ymeth. He was so tight-lipped with me about what happened in the Frostlands.
Sitting on our hands won't fix anything. And he was willing to, well... Besides, what I have to share today benefits the...
Very well. Let's hear it.